What is up, you guys? Matt back here again with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about my doe from this year. It's the only deer that I got to shoot this year, but I'm going to go over it real quick. I took a Snapchat video of the process of finding my doe, tracking it, seeing where the blood trail led to, and after that we'll break down what happened, what I did to find my deer, and all of that. And then after this video, I will be making two more videos about my first deer and my second doe. So let's get right into the video, guys. So basically, getting right into the video here, we're gonna start off with me showing a picture saying good luck to all hunters out there today. So basically, after this, I'll tell you this full story at the end of the video, but I get the two shots off on the doe, and she starts running, and after the second shot, we decided to go down and see where we shot her the first time, and we start following the blood trail, and that's where we pick up. I got two shots off on a doe, and we are now following the blood trail.
Is it down?
What?
Is it down?
Is what down?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so after that, real quick little video there, you can see us following the blood trail. We find it, we keep following it. We followed it for about probably 100 yards at this point, and as you can hear him say, the guy that I'm hunting with, is it down? Is it down twice? I go, what? And then he points upwards, and I see another hunter up on a tree stand that I did not see before. Usually I'm keen to that, but I wasn't. And I said, oh, so that's what happened in that clip. Okay, update, guys. It's a gut shot, and so we're just gonna leave it, let it die, come back later, try and pick up the trail again and find her. We talked to a real nice lady sitting up in the tree stand. She told us where it was. So maybe later on in the day, I'll have a picture of a deer. So you can hear me in that video say we talked to that real nice lady. I've had an encounter with her before during junior early season, which I could have gotten a doe that day, but I did not because someone was not with me in the morning. I saw 4 doe that morning, but could not get a shot off with my bow. But anyways, she's super nice, and she pointed down over the hill into the gully. Now, let me remind you, I shot this deer about a half mile away from my house. Maybe not that far, but it was pretty far from my house, considering that I've walked there before and I've been out of breath by the time I got there. But she's super nice. She told us where it was, and you can see me walking away from the spot where we last left off. And in this next clip, you can hear me talk about what we're gonna do and how everything's gonna play out later. So, little update for you guys. I am back home right now, and like I said, we're just gonna leave it lay, let it die off. That first video that I shot, I had to stop recording because the woman that was up in the tree stand, he was calling out to her, and she was pointing us to the direction of where the deer went. So that's why I had to cut that video short. But when we go back out to look for it, I will definitely be filming. So don't you guys worry. Okay, so real quick, you can hear me talk about the I was just leaving it lay, letting it die. So he told me to leave it lay for an hour, and he said we'll come back in a couple of hours to see it because we had something else planned for that day to go somewhere else. But you know, nerves got the best of me, buck fever, you know. And so I had to go back down at 9 o'clock, and I went back down, ended up finding her and seeing her take her last breath, which is unfortunate as fuck, but oh well, shit happens. Well, I came back down here by myself, followed this big blood trail, and happy to say that I have found the gold, but the gold is busted up, open, and still kicking, unfortunately, and I do not have my rifle with me. So I'll come back later, hopefully, and she's still there, and we'll see what I can do from there. Well, what I think I'm going to do So I'm just gonna leave her here, wait. She is dead, as you can see. I know you guys might find this a little bit gruesome, but when I come back, I'll partially gut her, because she's already partially gutted for me. Man, I opened her up. And when I got to her, she was still kicking, so I felt bad. She's been here for an hour, and man, I do feel bad. I do. But at least it's dinner. So an hour later, you've seen me go back down there and find her. Unfortunately, like I said, she was still kicking. That's unfortunate, but like I said, dinner on the table. So in the next footage, you'll see where I took her. You won't see the sign where I took her, but I took her to a place called Schnurr's. Very, very, very great place to where I was taking my deer before. If any of you live in, the Butler area and hunt, I suggest Schnurr's. One of the best places, I do have to say. So in that clip you'll see there, right before that you'll see the picture of me and my deer right before we took it to Schnurr's. So as you can see here, here's the deer, in between two trees. Pretty good picture, I think. There's my 30-06 that I shot her with. We'll go from there. So it is story time, you guys. My bad, I got a bit close there to the mic. But okay, so here's the story. Probably 6:45 in the morning, I get picked up. We go down to the place that we're hunting. We walk a pretty good distance to get there in the first place, let alone from my house. So I heard one gunshot previously before this doe had run in. We believe that these two guys had shot at her, missed, she ran my way, and then when she ran my way, the guy that I was hunting with saw her first and went, hey, deer. I looked over, saw her, got my gun up, clicked it off the safety, and whenever I stopped her, she ended up being behind a tree. And he asked me, can you see her? I said, no, I cannot. And he goes, why? I said, because there's a big tree in my way. I cannot see her at all. And so he's like, okay, scoot over. Her attention's on me, scoot over. So I scooted over. Her attention was not on me, it was on him the entire time because he had all orange on. And so I got the shot off. She bucked like crazy, probably double her height. And then she ran a little bit, probably 25 yards, and she started, wobbling a little bit, going back and forth, and I was like, she's going down right there. She did not. She walked maybe another 25 yards uphill, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a second shot at her. And so I took a second shot, and I think that's whenever I opened her up. The first shot, I believe, went back through her lung and liver, and back into the guts. But second shot definitely opened her up. Geez, I cannot talk tonight. Just give me a second. My bad, guys. I'm a little bit sick right now. But back to the story. Took the second shot. After that, maybe 10 seconds later, we decided just to go down and see if we could find the blood trail. And at first, it was nothing. We couldn't find anything. And then I spotted a little bit of red here and a little bit of red there, like normal. And I was like, yo, get over here, I got blood. And we started following it. We lost it about 5 different times, I would have to say. Going uphill and then setting out onto a field. We lost it about 5 times in that field, and then we finally got picked up on it because it looked like she was coughing up the blood in like little piles. And so we followed it, and it ended up taking us all the way back behind one of my neighbor's fields and possibly my neighbor's house. I believe we ended up into the woods, and as you saw in that one video, I didn't see that woman because the guy that I was hunting with was in front of me, so I didn't see her at all until he pointed her out, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked over my right shoulder, and there were 2 people opposite of her, maybe 50 yards to the left of her, which would be, I believe, about northwest of her from where she was sitting, which is pretty dang close for rifle season, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm guessing they knew they were there. But then, anyways, after that, we decided to let her go for a few hours. We had something else planned for that day, so we did that. We got back around maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Went out. I knew that she was behind my house, but I didn't want him to know that I knew, because I knew he would get mad that I went out by myself, so I didn't tell him. And then through the course of the day, I just kept not telling him. But we went out. We went to my neighbor's farm, and then walked from there. And I found a blood trail and just started heading right for. I kept losing the blood trail because it had snowed. It kept snowing that day, and so I kept losing it. But then I finally found it, and then once I found it, the last time I saw her, and where she died like in a circle of briars. She was in dead center of the circle, and the briars were just all around her. It was a good like 25-yard circle or so, but it still hurt real bad to go through that stuff. But yeah, and then you'll see that you can see the picture right now of her. And I really opened her up. I used my 30-06 150 grain bullet, and then we just ended up cleaning her up back behind my. She ended up right behind my house. We just dragged her across the creek and up, and then took her to Schnurr's. So that is my story of my third doe. If you want to know more, ask in the comments. I will answer all your questions. I know this video is running a bit long today. My bad. It's gonna take a while to render, but I don't really care. I think it's a good story. And later on, you will be seeing my next 2 stories. So, hope you guys like the next 2 stories, and I really hope you guys like this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that push notification button so that way every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you are notified when I upload my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.